Welcome to the Loot Stack. 3 months ago, I bought my first collectible figure thinking this'll be a one-off. Now I've got display shelves I didn't even own before, things I love, things I hate, and a bank account that's slightly nervous. We're going to talk about costs and where to start, from Funko Pops to premium format. If you're just getting started, thinking about diving into the world of figure collecting, or already waist deep in boxes and bubble wrap, this video is for you. Stick around because I'm going to share the one experience that nearly made me stop and what pulled me back in even harder. First, let's talk price versus quality. So at first, I thought $30 to $50 for a figure, that's not too bad. But I quickly realized how much stuff is actually out there, and at a premium price. There's hot toys, statues, exclusive imports. Suddenly you're looking at way more than $100 for what is essentially plastic, or what my wife likes to call dolls. So to break it down really simply, if you're really new like I was, some of the main players in the space are Mafex and McFarlane for licensed posable figures, Hot Toys and InArt for the high quality, super realistic posable figures. And then you've got stuff like Sideshow for statues. Obviously, there are way more players in this space, such as Beast Kingdom and J&D Studios. But what I want to say is not all figures and statues are created equal. So you really have to know what you're looking for. And I'll put some of the name of those companies in the description so you can search them for yourself. When the quality hits right and the paintwork is great, or the articulation is just how you like it, the likeness of the figure is perfect, it isn't just plastic anymore. It feels like owning a slice of the character of the pop culture itself, or it brings that nostalgia that you really crave. My biggest expense to date is this huge premium format Dark Knight Returns statue. It's simply incredible. However, there is nowhere to actually put it. I've had to make a deal with my wife to get it into the living room. And this is what happens when you get FOMO, when you get that buying bug, when you just spend all night scrolling, looking for the perfect figure or statue. And if you're an anime figure collector and thinking of going down something like an AliExpress route, I have another video on that topic coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. But that said, not everything that glitters is gold. Not everything is positive, which brings me to my best and worst experiences. So we'll start off with my best experience. This third-party Batman, the animated series figure. I haven't actually decided if I'm a figure, a statue, or a posed figure collector. And honestly, I don't think it matters to me. All I know is I love Batman and pretty much anything related to the animated series. But one thing to note is that a lot of people definitely do have their preference. For example, they'll only buy Mafex and they want that posability, which is cool too. And if that's you, that's the route you should go down. So let's talk my worst experience so far. The hardest thing I found about collecting over the last 90 days is the price fluctuations. And this has made me rethink the whole collecting thing. And what I'm talking about is new figures, price fluctuations on new figures. I thought it would be old figures. Even when a figure first comes out, you really are going to have to do your research. So my story is I missed out on buying the Batman, the animated series Cal 3 times. Once because it was a Target exclusive in America, so it wasn't easy to import it to my own country. Second, because when it finally came to Amazon, it was triple the price of what they were selling the other cows for and how much it sold for in Target. And then when I finally decided I wanted to buy it, it had gone from any listing. Luckily, I was able to pick it up a few months later from a UK seller online at a slightly inflated price. I think the main point is research is everything. Watch reviews, check Reddit, and wait for inevitable price drops or sales. Don't freak out if you can't find it being sold anywhere, and you really, really want it. Your wallet will thank you. So here's the truth that no one tells you about. It's not just buying figures. It's rearranging them on the shelves, scrolling late night auctions, hunting down exclusives like you're in Pokemon Go, and that dopamine hit when the delivery guy rings the bell. The line between collecting and chasing becomes blurry, and honestly, that's part of the fun. But set boundaries, budget monthly, because collecting should bring joy and not stress. So after 90 days, I've learned figure collecting is part hobby, part obsession, but all passion. I would say start with what you love, but try to figure out what exactly you want and what is your budget from the start. And I also want to hear from you. Drop a comment. What's your favorite figure? What was your first figure? What was your most expensive figure? How's collecting going for you so far? Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got more unboxings on the way, tips and collection tours. See you next time. Keep stacking that loot.